And we're live.
Good morning, and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 174. I'm Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and all-around great guy. That's in the script now. My son, Matt.
This Tuesday is feeling like a Monday.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm more tired today than I was yesterday.
That happens a lot, I think.
Yeah, they say it's like the second day, so I think this is the Monday effect. It's happening today.
We'll label that like the Mandela effect, where the Monday
Sure,
effect's
yeah.
happening late, like Mandela. I think it's because you kind of prepare yourself on Sunday to wake up, you know? All right, it's going to happen. I got to wake up and do the show. And then Tuesday is like, another day. You know?
Also, I was up late watching a movie last night, so that's my fault.
That could be
that
it.
part's my fault.
That could be it.
Pulp Fiction, though. First time we've ever seen it.
Really? I've never seen it in all these years.
Definitely weird. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, but good.
I started watching the... I never know the name of shows, do I?
No.
It's the series on HBO about the Lakers, Building a Dynasty.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Or Building a Dynasty might be the subtitle. I don't know.
I was wondering what it was because it was like really grainy. They went for like a really grainy effect on something. I don't know if that's the whole thing.
Well, the movie starts in 1979 when they draft Magic.
Yeah.
So
That's what they were going for.
Going for an 85, yeah. By the way, thank you for choosing us and selecting our show. Our goal is to simply try to start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do here, please hit the like button and subscribe. And don't miss any future shows that way. You will find us weekdays on YouTube at 8 o'clock every morning, and we're also available on all of your favorite podcast apps. Coming up today, the return of the Tuesday Top 5. Some people started answering it last night on social media, but it's the top 5, people. It's not 1 or 2. It's the top 5. It's the return of Am I the A-Hole? Interesting story this morning. Are you obsessed with the way your house smells? This is a thing, I guess. And is it time to take a break from selfies? Although I thought we already had. We'll get into those stories and much more, and whatever you want to bring up in the chat, please join us in the live chat today. But good morning and welcome. I did hear from somebody recently over the weekend who asked how they could get some merch. They weren't sure how to get merch. The link is right on this page, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right below the video in the description.
It's right down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just go there. You'll see the link, and I tried it. Still works. And I sent the link to that person. So thank you for your interest in some merch. All right. It is Tuesday, April 5th. It is Gold Star Spouses Day today. This honors the surviving loved ones of military service members who died while serving their country. It's National Caramel Day, which how are you with caramel?
I don't mind it.
Sarah found a caramel coffee that I really like. Of course, you're not into sweet coffees, right?
Well, I mean, I have French vanilla coffee, so I don't think I can really say much. True. I just don't like cinnamon coffee.
Yeah, which is what's right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is National Deep Dish Pizza Day, which we were discussing with Dana this weekend. He's had it. He's been to Chicago and had it. I've never had it.
No, me neither.
Road trip. It's National Flash Drive Day today. The invention revolutionized the way we store and manage digital data. No longer have to carry around a CD or something.
Is it data or data?
You say tomato and I say tomato.
I guess. Nobody says tomato, though.
No. It's National Go for Broke Day. It encourages us to give it our all. Go for broke. National Read a Roadmap Day today, though I think it would be much more challenging if it was National Fold a Roadmap Day.
True. This day's for Trish, though. Trish loves a good map.
She does.
Yeah.
Yep. It's National Library Workers Day. Yesterday was School Librarians. This is Library Workers. And it's also National Employee Benefits Day. We need to meet with HR to find out if we have any benefits on this show.
That's true.
Yeah.
We also need to figure out who HR is.
I thought Trish was the Budget Committee and HR.
I don't know. The role keeps changing.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the Datebook today, on this day in 1621, the Mayflower sailed from Plymouth on its return trip to England. Yo, want me to get you anything? On this day in 1923, the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company started producing inflatable tires. The Beatles received their first silver disc on this day in 1963 for Please Please Me.
Let's hear it.
Please please me, oh yeah, like I please you. How's that?
Now, real quick, we all saw the eye roll and the sigh. When I stopped doing that after the show, he's like, "Hey, I paused. I was waiting for you to sing it. What happened there?" But now he's like trying to play like, "Oh my god, again,
my god,
man?
I have to
again,
humor this guy.
please me." I don't know that song, so I'm sorry.
Oh, please me. Oh, whatever. On this day in 1972, the regular Major League Baseball season failed to open due to a player strike for the first time in history. 86 games were lost because of the labor dispute. We're watching.
I thought it was going to be something similar this year.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, no.
I had the spring training game on the other day when Josh was over, and Josh and Matt were saying I wasn't sure we were going to have a season.
Yeah. Are we doing baseball picks this year? Every day.
Every game.
Every game. Every team.
San Francisco is in Colorado. What do you think?
162 times 32. Are there 30 or 32 teams? Either way, that's a crap ton of games.
Is it up to 32 now?
I wouldn't even be able to keep track of that.
Right.
I'm going to be honest.
You want to make a...
opening day pick?
What I used to do on radio was we used to make a pick as to who would win the divisions.
Okay.
You know?
All right, we can
And
do
then
that.
we'd put that in an envelope, and we'd revisit it at the All-Star break with an option to change it.
Oh,
and then
okay.
you had to make... That was your pick.
Just the winner or full standings? Probably just the winner.
Just the winner.
Okay. Let's do it. When does the season start? Is it
Thursday for the Sox.
All right, so tomorrow. Or no, we could do it Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it Thursday for the Sox.
All right, write it down.
Okay. Jersey Day, too, by the way, Thursday. Do you have a Sox jersey?
I don't think I have one, actually, at the moment.
You have to wear some memorabilia then.
Yeah.
On this day in 1973, the NFL adopted the jersey numbering system, which they've since done away with, right? This is where quarterbacks always wear 1 through 19.
Haven't done away with, just altered.
They've altered it?
Yeah, I don't think like a lineman can still wear... Like, I don't think a defensive tackle can wear a single digit. I could be wrong.
Well,
I'm not sure.
What's Matthew Judon? Because he's number 9.
He's either an outside linebacker or a defensive end.
Okay.
So maybe you're right. But
Isn't he number 9?
I don't think a quarterback can wear 65.
Right.
So I think there still are some rules.
On this day in 1989, the Los Angeles Dodgers' Oral Hershiser, he was a pitcher, man. His consecutive scoreless streak of 59 innings came to an end.
I could have used context clues, Pete.
Can you imagine? Okay. 59 innings without giving up a run?
It's impressive.
Pretty good.
Doesn't happen nowadays.
And on this day in 1993, construction begins on Cleveland's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. On this day in 93. On the celebrity birthday list, just 2, we have Pharrell Williams, who is 49, born in Virginia Beach, by the way, and Agnetha Faltskog. She is one of the A's in ABBA.
I was interested to see how you were going to pronounce that name.
Oh, really?
Yep. But I'm impressed.
Agnetha Faltskog. Because ABBA was made up of Agnetha, Benny, Bjorn, and I want to say Anna. Was their last name?
Oh.
What was the last one? So that's how you got the A and the B and the B and the A.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why didn't they call themselves Baba?
They could have, right?
They could have.
Put one of the boys up front.
Or Bab.
Bab.
Yeah. Options. Or Ab.
Okay. Who do we have in the chat?
All right. I guess we're done
move on.
making new names. Real quick, Dana's trying to replace me here. He said fade the music. The music plays in the little intro there. And
yeah,
then
we got a
fades
little
out
carried
once
away
again.
today. I kept going before I did the usual stuff.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. At least on my end, I thought you could still hear us. If not, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good morning. Gary's here. Emily's here. Diane's here. What's up? Dana says, morning gang birds were so loud this morning, I thought it was my alarm and I was trying to hit the snooze button. Giggle.
They have been loud.
See, I'll never confuse my alarm with the birds because I have the what's the word I'm looking for? Like DEFCON 17.
Right. He's
World's
got
gonna
the
end. Yeah. Zombie apocalypse. Nuclear alarm.
But you have like 4 different ones, don't you?
Because I don't know which one's which, and I can't change. I'm not going to go through each one.
Okay.
One of them is Florida Georgia Line song.
Yes.
I don't really remember doing that, but one of them is, and I don't know which one it is, so I just keep it that way. So one of them, I just get treated to a song,
and it's almost like a ballad. You know, it goes.
I don't know which one it is.
It's Blessings.
Is it Blessings?
It is because I looked it up the other day.
I must have accidentally done that.
Well, I didn't when you were away, but I hear it every morning, and I'm like, what is that song? And then I happen to be listening to Count Your Blessings, and I was like, that's what it is.
Yeah. I must have accidentally done it. And then again, I have like 12 alarms. So I'm not going to go each one to find out which one it is.
Now,
and I'm too much asleep to know what time it goes off. So
when you set those at night, do you have to turn 12 on?
yeah, it's not actually 12. I think it's like 6.
Probably.
Yeah. I think it's like 6. But then I also have a plug into the wall alarm clock.
Oh, right. A regular alarm.
That's a backup. I've had mornings where my phone's died, surprisingly, overnight while being plugged in.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, it turns out like you don't plug it in or something. It's always user error.
Or the plug is like slated out of the wall.
Yeah. So I've had phones that have died and I've overslept. So I've actually, throughout pretty much my whole life, I've had a backup alarm clock. Yeah.
I almost hit the snooze twice today. Then I remembered that's when you start saying, getting a little late here.
See, I had the morning where I woke up and I was like, it's getting late. I should probably get out of bed. And then I looked at the clock and it was like 6:55. Wow. I was like, I don't even think Pete's up yet.
No, not yet.
So back to sleep.
By the way, if you want to mark it down, what is this, April 5th at 8:11 in the morning, I'm saying that it actually feels like spring today.
Give it a day. It'll be 30 degrees tomorrow.
I probably jinxed us, and Mom has not put the shovels away. She moved them.
Oh.
She moved them from the porch to the shed, but they're outside the shed, so you can get
we'll
them.
just get a dusting.
Yeah.
Just a dusting.
Yeah.
Real quick, Gary says, Pete, what was the coffee you had to order from Amazon?
That
one. The cinnamon.
It's from Cinnabon. It's Cinnabon's cinnamon coffee.
He only does brand name over here.
Yeah,
he would never do like a different cinnamon.
So, and we were getting that. We get our groceries delivered from Walmart, and because Trish hates shopping. I mean, at home I could do the shopping, and she's like,
it started when you weren't here,
right?
And I think she might have gone shopping like once, and she was like, I
can't do it.
No. She's like, I'm going to fight somebody.
Especially, it was during COVID, everybody had masks on.
So she's like, we're going to do the delivery, and we haven't stopped.
And she tells friends now or relatives, she says, greatest, it's what, $98 a year?
I have no idea.
I think so.
Why would I know?
But she's like, it's the greatest investment I've ever made. And so, anyways, and for the past few weeks, we have not been able to get my Cinnabon.
Oh, first world problems.
I know. So I happened to mention, have you checked Amazon? So she went on Amazon, and we can get like a 48 pack or whatever it's called, 48 K-cups or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So. But she says, Pete, remind me when it's getting low, and he like never does.
Yes, I do.
So he has like withdrawals until it comes
I didn't run out this
Granted,
week.
It's Amazon, so it's 2 days. Justin's here. What's up, Justin? Gloria's here. Good morning. Gail's here. Gail also loves maps. And Dana says, "Is there fantasy baseball?" Yes, there is, but it's too intense for me to get into. I would love to get into it sometime, but I played it like once, and it's a lot.
Someone I worked with, Jim Phillips, who I worked with in the newsroom, he used to play fantasy baseball, and I'm like, well, do you have to set your pitcher every night? Or because the pitchers change every game.
Yeah, so, I don't know how it works. You like pretty much set one for the week. I'm pretty sure the match is for the match against somebody else is a week long.
A week. Oh,
so
okay.
I think you pretty much set a lineup for a week, but you can change it throughout the week. So,
but yes, there is fantasy. There's fantasy everything now, isn't there? Pretty much. I actually play fantasy. It's funny enough. I play fantasy soccer, fantasy Premier League. Oh, really?
I started playing because Justin and his squad needed an extra player.
Okay.
And I was like, sure, I don't know anybody, but sure.
Let's invite the guy that doesn't know anything about
But what's
football.
funny is I'm now actually getting into it. And so everyone in that league better watch out next year. This year's a little late. Somehow I lost. I scored like 2 points the other day. I don't even know how that's possible. I scored 2 points in a match. Normally I score like 50. I scored 2. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did wrong.
Do we need
Maybe Justin can help me out here?
Do we need to make room for a soccer trophy on the...
I've won one of the years. I've been in this league for like 4 years.
Why am I just finding out about this?
Because I know nothing about soccer. Why would I brag about it? But I won one of the years, which is really sad for everyone else in that league.
I guess so.
Yeah, I haven't won since. But yeah. But it's funny because I look at players now and I'm like, I actually know that guy. He's pretty good. Shout out former Matt, who knew nothing about this.
Well, that's
Pulisic, the guy from the Team USA, one of our best players. He's on my team. Didn't even know that. Plays for Chelsea.
Wow.
Good guy. Yeah.
Look at that.
They call him Captain America.
Well, that's like, how many NASCAR races have I watched now?
4 or 5.
4 or
I
5?
think 5, yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting to know guys. I'm starting to know.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
You don't know?
I've only watched like 3.
Yeah.
But it is entertaining to watch.
It is. And for those of you, and I was one that picked on NASCAR, oh, they only turn left. Last week, they turned right.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
I missed the one time they turned right. I think it's Easter Sunday. They're on a dirt track.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be something
That'll
to
be
watch.
interesting. Different.
So if you're just new to the show, my future son-in-law Josh is a huge NASCAR fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, I had nothing else to watch, because I was coming off my football high, and so I said, I'll check it out. So I started watching a couple of the races with Josh, which is helpful because then he can explain things.
Yeah, he's probably really annoyed with you because this guy has a million questions.
Well, didn't we
Josh,
just?
what's that thing, Pete? That's the car. That's what they're driving.
What are they taking out? That's a tire.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So there's a guy inside that car. Yeah, the guy driving, Pete.
We were talking about what were there, like 70 laps to go in the race.
Sure.
And I was asking Josh, I said, now how do are they going to have to pit again, or how do they judge when to pit? And then someone said, is it when they're running out of gas? And then Josh told us that they have to calculate the gas.
There's no gas meter.
There's no gas gauge in the car.
Yeah.
So I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So evidently when the guy comes out with the big tank to load up the gas, that's weighed. They know how much that weighs. Mm-hmm. So they take into account how much gas is now missing, how much might have made it onto the ground too. Mm-hmm. And then they figure out when the guy's got to come in for more gas. So,
but also the science with tires, like the one guy that was leading for a while at the end there lost because he had spent more time, more time since his last tire change. So his tires were pretty much bald.
Right.
So dude was slipping. I think he said it was like driving on ice.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So
Look at us, amateur NASCAR.
Welcome
fans.
to NASCAR Talk.
We miss football.
Big time.
That's what it is. Yeah.
All right, in the news this morning on this Tuesday, congrats to the Kansas Jayhawks, the winners of the 2022 NCAA National Championship game last night. I had them in my bracket all the way. I would show it to you, but I lost it. Sorry. Also, my apologies for not mentioning this yesterday. The women's championship went to South Carolina as they beat UConn Sunday night for the ladies' championship. I forgot that they played on Sunday. So they're always a day ahead of the guys.
You're busy watching NASCAR.
I guess so. Kanye West has reportedly told Kim Kardashian he's going away to get help, quote unquote. Sources tell Page 6 of the New York Post that Kanye has agreed to stop harassing his estranged wife and cyberbullying her boyfriend, Pete Davidson. This comes a couple of weeks after the rapper was suspended from Instagram for 24 hours, and his Grammy performance was also canceled. A Kardashian insider said, for the sake of the kids, Kanye has told Kim he's not making any public appearances or inflammatory social media statements, and he will go away somewhere to get better.
Hopefully that's true.
I hope so. I did read he has canceled out of Coachella, so he's not going to be at Coachella this year.
Interesting.
Major League Baseball is finally doing what the other major sports have done for years. They're going to tell us what went down during a replay review. After being tested by umpires during spring training in Arizona and Florida, evidently the umpires, or some of them, are mic'd now, so that the news system is going to be set up at each ballpark so the umpire can explain to fans in the stadium and those watching on TV why the guy's going to go back to second or who's out and whatever. So,
which would be great because now it factors in the boos and stuff, like when they blow a call, when the home team doesn't get the call. Mm-hmm. Always love that.
Mm-hmm. And Disney World vacationers typically return home with a pair of mouse ears, some pixie dust.
Maybe a lightsaber.
Or Liam got a
robot,
yeah. Oftentimes a large credit card bill, too, but a British family found something in their luggage that they definitely weren't expecting. Mark Goodlad and his family had just arrived home from their Florida vacation and began to unpack their suitcases when not one, but a pair of lizards jumped out of the suitcase.
Well, they didn't want to travel alone.
Turns out the stowaways had somehow climbed into the luggage and hitched a 4,000-mile ride across the Atlantic. Goodlad, who happens to be a veterinarian, was able to catch one of the lizards, but had to chase the other around the house before finally capturing it. And God, I hope there's video. He then contacted a local animal rescue, which came and took them to a reptile specialist for care. Suppose they didn't want to take a European trip, though. You know, they just kind of got stuck there.
They wake up and they're like, we're not in Kansas anymore. But my thing is, were you packing your suitcase outside? Like, why were there lizards inside? Did you leave the door open? They came on in? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah. Something's odd.
I don't know. Florida people, do you just have lizards in the house? Is that like, we occasionally, have a spider that we got to take care of, but you guys just have lizards just eating your Cheez-Its or something?
I guess it could happen. I mean, we can ask Justin if that's happened to him.
Yeah. I mean, they're in an apartment, so I feel it'd be even harder for the lizard to get in, but do you guys have lizard problems? Is that a thing?
I think lizards can climb.
I'd freak out, though.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I don't know how big. It's probably a small lizard, I would think. But
I would hope it was like nothing bigger than that.
Yeah, I'd freak out. Yeah.
Shall we go to the Stumpah?
Let's do it.
All right. It is day 2 of the Stumpah today, and our Stumpah is the average American will spend 80 days of his or her life doing this. Doing what? You okay with my clue? We never had a meeting.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our clue is it's something you do every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you do, and so I guess it adds up to 80 days of your life doing this.
Or at least most likely do every day.
Yeah.
Don't elaborate.
No.
I'm the only one that's allowed to elaborate.
So what do you think? The average American will spend 80 days of his or her life doing this. Doing what? And our hint this morning, I think it's something you do every day. Maybe not. While we wait for some chats, we have today's fascinating facts. Do you think The Walking Dead is straight up fiction? You know, the TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is, but the government wants to be prepared for a real-life version anyhow. There is a 31-page counter-zombie dominance plan, or it's actually called Con Plan 88811. It was designed in 2011, and just in case you think it's just some weird bureaucratic humor, the first line of the plan says, this plan was not actually designed as a joke.
It was definitely given, like some supervisor has a kid that's like really annoying. He's like, we just got to keep him busy.
Hey, Billy.
Come here, Steve. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would we do if there was a zombie apocalypse?
I need a minimum of a 30-page plan. Okay. By the way, this isn't a joke. I want you to specify that.
This is real.
This is a real thing. I mean, it could happen. I don't know. Crazy stuff happens.
I guess.
Especially with technology getting better, it's probably going to be a way. Mm-hmm. We got Elon Musk's Neuralink that he's putting in people's brains. Who's to say that when we die, that doesn't take control of us? You know, we become zombies.
Never know.
You'd still have to shoot him in the head, right? That's what the Neuralink is.
Is that what they...
Yeah. So, actually, I think it's like goes in through the neck or something. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much about it.
I can so remember when The Walking Dead was hot. We used to watch it. Well, you would watch it. Son, you'd have people over. I
wouldn't have people over. It was a school night, Pete. I was in high school.
Okay, so you would watch it and then talk with people as you watch. Yeah. I was
doing homework while watching.
I would watch it the next day because Mom wasn't into it. Mom had no desire to watch the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
So I would watch it on Mondays. But remember Sarah? Sarah would always be like texting us. Did you watch it?
Sarah's the reason we got into it. Sarah was the first one to watch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she got you. I was the last one to get into it. She got you. We both were like holding out like, this is stupid. Then you got hooked.
Yep.
You were like, no, it's not stupid. I was like, this is stupid. And then I got into it. But now we can officially say it's stupid.
It's stupid. Yeah, it gets stupid.
I want to watch it, though.
Do you?
I want to see what happens.
See how they end it?
Yeah, but I've said this before. I'd have to start from the beginning.
I keep seeing clips online, and I'm like, oh, she's still alive?
I know.
Like
I keep
Carol
forgetting.
and Daryl are still a thing?
I mean, you got to have some people from the beginning, you know?
I guess.
So, and I mean, they keep making spinoffs. I think what did we say? Daryl's getting a spinoff and all this stuff. Anyways, Stumpah Time.
Remind me to get back to spinoffs. I read something last night.
Okay.
Stumpah Time. All right. Our question this morning: the average American will spend 80 days of his or her life doing this. Doing what?
Gary says drive to work.
No.
Not it. Dana says pooping.
No.
Nope. Probably more than 80 days, let's be honest. Especially with like Wordle and everything nowadays.
Oh, right.
Gail says stand up.
Stand up. Nope. Oh, my God. God bless you.
I think that's the first ever sneeze on this show.
Could be.
I was trying to find a spot.
Probably.
Just the Stumpah time. Stumpa's the worst time for me to sneeze.
That's when you're busy.
Yeah. It's the one time I actually have to do something. Anyways, where were we? Stand up? No, that's not it, unfortunately.
No, not stand up.
Justin says brush your teeth.
We've
had a lot of brush your teeths.
No, it's not brush your teeth.
Not it. Gary says take a nap.
Take a nap. Nope.
Not it. Justin says sitting down.
No, not sitting down.
Way more than that. Way more than 80 days.
Way more, yeah.
Justin says stretch.
Stretch. Nope.
Ain't
Nothing like a good stretch, though.
Yeah, like a morning, like, I interpret that as like getting down on the ground, stretching like you're supposed to. No one does that.
Oh, okay.
I always tell myself, I'm like, I'm going to stretch. I want to be more flexible,
Right.
you know? Never do.
Never do it.
Never. I
No.
can't touch my toes. Emily says go up and downstairs.
Nope. You
Nope.
can't touch
You got a
your
double
toes.
buzzer unintentionally.
You can't touch your toes?
You can't either. What are you saying?
I can come close.
I don't know if that's true.
All right.
Kat can't touch her toes either.
Oh, really?
Sorry to expose Kat, but she told me that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm not the only one. I got long legs. That's the thing.
Okay.
I got longer legs than I do a torso, so it's a longer reach for me, okay? And also I have really tight hamstrings.
And my back fused, so it doesn't bend the way it used to.
Yeah, sure. Excuses. Anyways, Gary says be on their phone.
Be on their phone.
Close, but no.
Yeah. You're
No, we need more specific answers.
Close.
Justin says washing dishes.
not washing dishes. No.
Nope. Diane says play play a DLE game like a Wordle or a hurdle.
Oh, a duel game. No, that's not it.
Too soon to tell, but I guarantee it'll probably be more than 80 days.
Yep.
Gail says pick your nose.
Pick your nose. No.
80 days picking your nose. I don't know. Maybe.
You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose.
but you can't pick your
friends.
nose's friend. Dana says, I like the Hendrick Motorsports Group. Their facility in NC in North Carolina is just wow. I always get confused when there's like a different answer mixed in with the stump answers. I'm like, am I supposed to read this? Justin says, drinking water.
Drinking water. No.
Hopefully it's more than that, right? Well, I mean, 80 full days maybe. I don't know. I literally have no sense of time when it comes to this stuff. Let's see. Abby says, cooking dinner.
Cooking it. No.
Nope. Dana says, bless you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Gloria says, go around the world in 80 days.
No.
No.
Good movie, though, from what I've heard. Yeah.
Oh, that's a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should check it out. Maybe I'll spend another night staying up way too late. Watch that movie. Gail says, tie your shoes.
Tie your shoes. No, not tie your shoes.
You know what I learned?
What?
That, like, not a lot of people do the bunny ears still.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a childish thing to do the bunny ears.
But you still
Adults do it the way you do it. You do the one ear and you...
one loop, then the other loop.
I still do the bunny ears.
Hey, you do you, you know?
But apparently I'm a child.
I'm not...
How rude is that?
Oh, do we
I'm
have
just
to call
out here
him out for
tying
this?
my shoes. I'm just
Yeah.
out here tying my shoes and I get roasted.
You
know?
do your thing, man.
It's ridiculous.
Whatever.
Where are we at? Abby says, change your clothes. I'm trying to think. See, I wonder if like 80 days is actually, it's not it, but I wonder if that's close. Because,
Yeah,
I mean, it's a quick activity.
How much time does it take to change your clothes?
5 minutes?
Right, if that.
If that, 5 minutes. And, I mean, you're doing it for your whole life. Maybe 80 days is right. Again, I'd have to do some math.
By the way, we did have someone close. We mentioned that, right?
Yeah, I'm getting there, Pete.
All right.
Justin said texting.
Texting.
Nope.
Nope.
Gary says playing games on their phone.
No,
Nope.
not playing games.
Emily says texting too. Nope. And Gary says talking on the phone.
Talking on the phone is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
The average American will spend 80 days of his or her life talking on the phone, which, of course, brings up the question nowadays, do you talk on the phone as much as you used to in the age of texting? I don't think we do. No way.
I don't know. With people, I like immediate family and Justin. There's pretty much nobody else. Like immediate family and Justin, I call. I would rather call.
You would
Actually,
rather?
me and Justin
Really?
text a lot, but like we also call. Like
Okay.
if something's important, I'd rather call. It's quicker. It's more effective. With people I don't talk to, don't call me.
Okay.
High chance I won't answer.
See, my thing about texting, and this goes back to my dad days when I had teenagers. When you text someone, there is no way that the other person is going to hear the same tone of voice you're using as you.
True.
So if you're saying something that could be taken the wrong way, or it's call. It is so much better to talk than it is to text.
Yeah, it's also just quicker too. Like if I need to know something, I'm not going to text you because chances are, I mean, a lot of people don't respond back quick.
Right.
We're all doing stuff.
Yeah.
Or like Trish, never text Trish. Her phone is never on her. I mean, there's a great chance she won't even hear the ring. Somebody else will pick up the phone. Most likely.
I texted her last night. What time did I went up early last night, right? Like around 9.
I don't know, actually.
I at one point I texted.
I'll keep tabs on you, Pete.
At one point I texted her and I said, good night, love you. And sure enough, I had already turned the lights out, put the book down, rolled over when I heard a ding. It was like an hour later. I got the same thing.
You know what Sarah does? And I noticed this because like when you go into like her text, it'll say, Sarah has shut off her notifications for the night.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
I knew you could do it. I didn't think anyone actually did it. But you can shut your notifications off, and then you can select like certain things that get through. Like you could select like a call from Trish can get through.
Okay.
So, which is good because emergencies, you know.
I really need to update my phone, don't I?
I mean, your phone's not super
No,
old,
I
but
think
it's old in terms of iPhones.
We were talking about cameras the other day and on the iPhone, and he was like, well, if you ever get a new phone, the cameras are great.
I mean, your camera's not terrible.
Yeah. I have the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X.
Yeah. But the cameras on the newer phones are like, because he was saying, like, should I get a camera? And, like, to be honest, like, if you're just casually taking pictures, it's actually better to just use your phone. Because your phone will, like, change automatically to the environment and stuff.
Right.
If you get, like, a real camera, I mean, they do have automatic settings, but like, you kind of got to worry about different
gotta know
things.
what you're doing.
So a phone's just
Lighting.
easier, and the quality on iPhones is great now.
Right. So, okay. Hey, before we get to the Tuesday Top 5, I mentioned before
Spin-offs.
about spin-offs, yeah. I read something last night. It was on the internet, so it has to be true. Evidently, they have at Disney headquarters, the Disney offices, they found a file from the Walt Disney,
Okay.
who had written something about sequels and making, updated versions of the movies.
Okay. Like these live action ones?
Yes. Walt never wanted that.
Ooh.
In fact, he said, and according to the story I read yesterday, which I apologize for not fact-checking it or confirming it yet, but according to the story I read yesterday, as of May 1st, Disney will not make any more live action or remakes or anything, because Walt's feeling was, he, as a creative person, he created Beauty and the Beast. So here's the creation. If you come along and try to redo it or freshen it up, it's like you're changing the creation. So he was like, I want to create this movie, then I want to create another one.
Yeah.
Or, a different one. So
When Walt Disney gets when he gets thawed out and brought back to life, y'all are screwed, all you Disney employees.
he's not He's not frozen.
He's going to be angry.
He's not frozen.
That's not what legend says.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, time to get to the Tuesday Top 5. And our Top 5 today is your Top 5 favorite cookies. Top 5 favorite cookies. So we thought
Is
about
anyone surprised that Pete came up with this one?
my number one favorite cookie, whichever one's in front of me. So here's my top 5. I would place at number 5, Thin Mints.
Okay. Should we go back and forth, or are you just going?
You want to go back and forth?
Let's go back and forth.
All right,
today.
so my 5 is Thin Mints.
I'm actually staying on the Girl Scout cookie train, peanut butter patties,
Okay.
which goes by another name, but I don't remember what it is. It's either Do-si-dos or tagalongs. I don't know which one.
I don't know.
But peanut butter patties.
Okay.
Yeah. What's number 4?
Oreos.
That's way too low in the list.
And it's got to be, well, you haven't heard the rest of my list.
Okay.
It's got to be at least double stuffs. I love mega stuffs right now. Trish won't buy them for me.
That's true. I probably should have specified. But for me, number 4 is Shaw's, specifically chocolate chip cookies. Like the Shaw's Bakery chocolate chip cookies.
Right.
Those are the bomb. You get like a tub of those. Whew. That's a good cookie right there.
Number 3 for me is the EL Fudge double stuffs. Has to be double stuffs.
They make a single stuff of that one?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Does anyone like those? Does anyone prefer those?
Single stuff? Does anyone prefer single stuff Oreos?
I mean, it's like the perfect ratio of the double stuff is the perfect ratio of cookie to cream.
So, and again, the EL Fudge is just like my Cinnabon coffee. We can't find it anymore.
Oh, is that true? Are you going to start ordering it off
EL
Amazon?
Fudge double stuffs.
Does Amazon carry EL Fudge cookies?
Maybe I have to go to...
By the way, it took me the longest time. I don't know if I said this on the show or otherwise. EL Fudge.
Right.
Elf.
Yes.
Didn't realize that. I realized that like last month. We've been eating those our whole lives. I never questioned why it was EL Fudge. I thought maybe it was a brand or something.
Yeah.
Just EL.
Yeah.
Everlasting fudge cookies.
Made by elves.
Elf. Yeah. Makes a
elves.
lot of sense. Yeah. Anyways, it's my turn. What number are we on? Number 3.
Number 3.
Oreos. I got Oreos at number 3.
Okay. I can see that.
Love me some Oreos. Double stuff, specifically.
I just
I
love
don't do this mega stuff crap, and I don't do that single stuff crap.
Have you had
And I don't do that vanilla crap. I don't do that mint crap. That's
Nope.
just toothpaste in the middle of 2 Oreos. I don't do that peanut butter crap. I don't do that chocolate, whatever, holiday, who's he, what's it, peppermint basil crap. I don't do that.
peppermint base.
Double stuff Oreos with a glass of milk, and you better dip those Oreos in milk. Because if you don't dip the Oreos in milk,
Right.
it's like eating a Popeye's biscuit. You ever eat a Popeye's biscuit with no drink? It's like a death sentence.
It does go down.
You're choking on that. Oreos are only good with a glass of milk. You got to dip them in the milk. And you got to know the right amount of time. Too soon, still too crunchy. Too long, and it drops in the cup. We've all been there.
I can't handle this pressure.
I'm very specific about my Oreos. I don't eat them often, but when I do it right.
Coming in at number 2, chocolate chip cookies.
Can't believe you put them at number 2.
Well, you haven't heard my number 1 yet.
I see it on the list. I know what it is.
What is your number 2?
My number 2 is your number 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you go ahead and say your number 1.
And at number 1, I believe they're called peanut butter blossoms, but I call them the Hershey Kiss cookies you get at Christmas.
They're fabulous.
Yeah,
They are really good.
Yeah.
I got them at number 2.
Hey, what? I'm okay with that.
There ain't a cookie that tops Trish's homemade chocolate chip cookies.
And we can always tell, like on a Sunday, if she's got like
A thing of butter thawing out on the counter.
bar of butter thawing out on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the other day on Sunday, she was like hanging curtains or something, and I saw she was struggling, so I stepped in. And because if you want something done right in this house, Matt does it. That's just the rule. So anyways, I helped her out, and it's an old house. Nothing goes to plan.
No, nothing
So
goes
it was
right.
very... And also, whoever made these curtain rod hooks is a croak. They made them so you can't fit the drill underneath. So you have to screw them in with a screwdriver. It's ridiculous.
Sometimes I wonder about the people that make these things. It's like, what?
Do they think? Do they not think? I don't
Do
understand.
they not think that every house is different? You know?
But anyways, it was a tough job. And Trish was like debating making chocolate chip cookies. But after I helped out with that, she was like, all right, I'm definitely making chocolate chip cookies. So
That's so nice. Let me see. We did get, as I said, quite a few people answered this yesterday online. Greg from, not from Florida, but Greg who works over in Plymouth, he said his top 5, and I'm going to count this down backwards, Greg. I hope I get it right. Number 5 is molasses. Number 4 is a sugar cookie without sugar sprinkles. So no sprinkles on top.
I'm going to be honest. I don't like sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His number 3 is a dark chocolate chip. I would be willing to try.
I'll try it, but
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate. But anyways.
At number 2, he put peanut butter. Now, I don't know if that means the peanut butter blossoms.
Well,
or-
there's also a peanut butter cookie without
right.
Hershey Kiss.
Right.
Which at that point, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
And his number 1 is oatmeal raisin.
Okay.
Which
Greg.
you're not going to try.
I'm sorry, Greg, but what? Oatmeal raisin at number 1?
Jean just had 3. She said Snickerdoodle is number 3. I like me a good Snickerdoodle.
Like an occasional Snickerdoodle.
She's got
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's okay. Chocolate chip at number 2, and chewy oatmeal raisin at number 1. Vin said fudge dipped Nutter Butters. I'd be willing to try. See, Allison said my grandmother's chocolate chip cookies. John's my man. He said pretty much all of them. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like Pete. What's up with all these oatmeal raisins, though? Come on. What are we doing? We just, no fun? We're just anti-fun. How are you going to put oatmeal raisin above a chocolate chip cookie?
I would never put it above a chocolate chip cookie, but I've had one. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. I could have a couple of those.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Disagree. By the way, haven't you had the fudge dipped peanut butter or whatever the other day? I heard Trish talking about them.
Were they fudge dipped, though?
Someone was talking about them.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
I
wasn't a huge fan of those, to be honest.
Are you going to rat me out as to what I did with Trish and the
the single cookie situation?
Yeah. Did we talk about that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
One night I'm having cookies and I reached my limit. I was like, I'm full. I can't eat anymore. And there was one left. And
So he left it. He left one cookie in a package.
I put it back.
The only time that's ever acceptable is if there's a second package waiting. There was not. There was not. But here's the thing about cookies. No, you either need to decide with like 4 cookies left, do I want 4 cookies? So you either stop at 4 left,
right,
or you choke down that last one and you risk vomiting. I don't know. But you choke it down. You don't leave one cookie.
By the way, Mary Jane voted for peanut butter and chocolate chip. So
I don't think I've had peanut butter. Oh, both separate?
Separate.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I think we're just making an ultimate
Again,
cookie
people,
there.
This was the top 5. You gave me 2. I mean, come on.
Oh, Pete. Well, no. You know what? I'm going to stand up and defend these people. These
okay.
nice people. You
Okay.
worded it weird.
I worded it weird?
You said it was like something about the Tuesday top 5, and then you said afterwards, which cookie's best?
Okay.
Your post was weird.
Oh, all right.
Apologize. Look into this camera and apologize.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Reread your stuff. Proofread, Pete.
Before hitting post, why bother to do that?
Let's see what people are saying here.
Cookies.
Where did it go? Dana said peanut butter patties. Hells yeah, best Girl Scout cookie. By the way, it is tag-alongs. See, I knew it had a funky name.
Right.
But yes, peanut butter patties, in my opinion, the best Girl Scout cookie. I think Thin Mints are slightly overrated, but I do like Thin Mints. But I think they're slightly overrated.
So is the peanut butter the one with it has peanut butter and then covered in chocolate?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like
I like that one.
It's like a cookie with peanut butter on top
Right.
or on the bottom. I'm not sure. And then surrounded by chocolate. It's the best. Let's see. Diane said, I've not been able to get any Thin Mints this year. Anybody else there got Girl Scouts needing to sell some? I think we only got Girl Scout cookies once this year. Or was that last year?
That was last year.
That was last year. So we didn't even get any this year.
We haven't had any this year.
Dang.
Yeah.
We need some Girl Scout cookies. Diane says, yes, single stuff? What? In what world? What's good about them?
Single stuff.
It's not enough
Oreos.
cream.
No, it's not.
Justin said, I don't know what they put in those Shaw's cookies, but man, they're amazing. They are. They really are. And I haven't found a grocery store that competes, to be honest. They were perfect. They were perfect. Dana said, just bought oatmeal raisin cookies from BJ's. Just yum. What's up with you people?
Have you had one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who likes raisins? First off, I'm sorry. Who can look at a raisin and say, I want that? No, I disagree.
I used to buy those little boxes,
It's a shriveled up old person food. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Well, maybe I'm a shriveled up old person.
Why don't we all just eat grapes like a normal person? Like, why do we need to wait until they're shriveled up and old?
Okay.
Maybe that's why old people are the only ones that like them.
Maybe, huh?
It's like, I respect you, you respect me, is what you're saying to the raisin.
Do you want me to hit him now or later?
Later.
Okay.
Later. I'm sure I'll say some more things.
Yeah, probably.
Dana says you have to dip in Oreo. It's the only way to do it. Gail says, I thought you were supposed to twist the Oreos apart and eat the cream first. I don't do that.
That's what I do.
But then you're only eating the cookie. And to be honest, the cookie is the worst part of the Oreo.
Well,
altogether, it's good.
When I open it up, okay, I have a thing. I and she's right. You twist it off, then the part without the cream, I eat first.
See, I wouldn't do that.
I know because, well, I have forced myself to do that because I would never eat it if I went after the cream. And
Wait. So you eat the one with the cream first?
No, eat the one without the cream first.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Okay. That's the way I would do it. If I split them like a idiot.
Unless I'm spending time with my grandson, whereby half of the bowl has already had the cream removed.
Yeah, that kid's got problems.
And he puts the cookie back.
That dude will like use cucumbers as like just a spoon to eat ranch dressing.
Oh,
He'll just
yeah,
eat
right.
ranch dressing.
Right. Never eat the cucumber.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
When there's anything like sauce related, like a bagel with cream cheese, he'll eat all of the cream cheese before he eats the bagel.
Right.
What are you doing, bro?
Well,
babies, am I right?
He's discovering his world.
Babies, like, why don't you wake up?
So yesterday I was FaceTiming with him, and yeah, I guess it was a nice day. So Sarah was out working on her garden and stuff, and he decides he's going to take me on the trampoline.
Oh, I was on the trampoline, yeah.
So he's got the phone, and it got to the point where I had to look away from the screen because
yeah, you also can't see him. He wants to jump with you, and he was also yelling because they FaceTimed me and Sarah had me, and he was like, he like took the phone. He was like, my map. And he calls me Map. He's like, my map. And at first it was cute, but then he's like, my map, and I was like, Liam, listen, I want to talk to your mom.
I'm
an independent person.
Oh, okay.
You don't get ownership over me, kid. All right, come on. Show some respect to your elders. Maybe I should start eating oatmeal raisin cookies.
Maybe.
I'll get to more cookies in the post show. There's
right.
a ton of cookies here.
Moving on to something that I never knew was a thing. Are you obsessed with the way your house smells? Now, obviously, if the house has a bad smell, I want to take care of it and fix it. But evidently, 70% of respondents in a new survey said they go to great lengths to make sure their home smells nice, with the same percentage, 70%, saying they worry that their house might not smell good to others. 75% said the way their home smells directly reflects who they are. And 90% of those working from home said it's important for their home to smell nice. Well, I would think you don't want it to smell bad. The survey also found that people even said their home had a signature scent.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Think so?
I think every house. Well, I don't think you can recognize your own house's signature scent because you live in it.
Okay.
You definitely go to other people's houses and like it smells different. Not in a bad way. Usually, I mean, sometimes I'm sure.
Right.
But.
There was a time where, like, if I went out for a walk with mom and then came back, it's like as you come into the house, you can smell whatever. You can.
I don't know. I never really identify smell here, but like going to like Sarah's house has a distinct smell. Doug's house has a distinct smell.
Okay.
So does Kat's now.
Maybe because of, whatever they clean it with.
Or fresheners or candles or something. By the way, I've been staring at a what do you call a candle? It's like a burnt out candle. I have like almost an empty candle in my bedroom.
No desire to replace it, or
I want to, but I always forget. So like every now and then I just look and I'm like, oh, that's right. It's candle's like useless.
47% of people say their home smelled like their own cooking. Okay.
Not
I just
all the time.
Excuse me. I just have an issue when, like if we make fish, the house smells like fish.
Well, that's why I'm not here when you make fish. So
if I make bacon, house smells like bacon.
Yeah, that's true. Eggs. Whenever Trish makes egg salad. And it's funny, it doesn't happen with like scrambled eggs or a breakfast sandwich or something like that. It only happens when she makes egg salad.
I know.
The house smells like eggs for like an entire day. And I hate it. I hate egg salad.
And 46% of people say their home smelled like their favorite candle. Well, I guess
depends how often you're lighting candles.
Right. I just never realized it was such a big thing. All right, time for Am I the A-hole? We haven't done this in a while. Here's one off. This is it's a thread on Reddit. If you ever want to look it up, just go to Reddit and type in AITA. Am I the A-hole? This letter actually, this came out, I guess, last month, and we're just getting to it. It's from someone who said, I have a sister, an older sister, who has two kids aged 6 and 9. She does not discipline them. That's her parenting style, she says. And it's what she and her husband believe in. Our parents were very strict, so obviously this is strange to me. So that makes sense. If the parents are very strict, the sister went the other way. She said, I'm not going to do that with my kid. So the younger sister says, this is obviously strange to me, but it's her decision. To put it lightly, her kids are not the best behaved. They are very rude and disruptive, always making a mess, but never cleaning it up. My sister and her 2 kids were both at my house when the older one threw a glass unprovoked. They were both laughing at it while I rushed to clean up the mess. Instinctively, I expected my sister to go and tell her child that was not how we do things, to discipline him. But I then remembered that she doesn't discipline them about anything. But if they're going to be over at my house, they need to know not to do things like that. So I went over and I told them both that glasses are for drinking from, not for throwing, and that they should not purposefully make a mess. I was very calm about it, and my tone was not angry at all. My sister then took me to the side to tell me that I should be more kind, and that kids learn from kindness, not from rudeness. I told her that I was not the rude one in this situation. And then she told me that I should not tell her kids what to do and what not to do, as I wasn't their parents. That was when I told her that although I respect her right to parent as she pleases, her no discipline rule may be causing more harm than good, and it won't hurt to discipline every once in a while. She got really mad and left with both kids. So the younger sister, she's 10 years younger, by the way. They're 28 and 38. The younger sister wonders, am I the a-hole?
No. I don't think so.
I agree, but
I don't think so. Well, she's like, kids learn from kindness, but like, yeah, but not ignoring that. You can't just ignore. You can't be rude and like disrespectful. So
you got
how you parent is totally up to you, but like you have to parent. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to set limits, right? Like that behavior is not.
Yeah, you can't throw a glass. Like I don't know what parent is sitting there just watching their kid throw a glass and they're like, they'll figure it out.
Oh, he's expressing himself.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I can understand the youngers. I mean, it's a difficult spot to be in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But like if it was something simple, I guess, like elbows on the table or something. Yeah. I don't know.
But if you're in someone else's home, shouldn't you respect their house?
That's the thing, too. It's at her house.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you can't just... I mean, even if it was at the mom's house or whatever, the mother of the children, and they threw a glass.
Right.
Technically, I'd be up to her, I guess, but it was at her house. I don't think she's the a-hole. Abby says nope. Gary says nope. Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
I think. Plus, it sounds like she did it with kindness. I mean, we're only getting her side of the story, of course, but it sounds like she was nice.
Yeah, I mean, she said it. She said she wasn't rude.
No,
she said she wasn't yelling
like she hit
at
the
them.
kid or something. She just said, "Hey, you can't do that." I think that's justified.
Yeah,
me, does anybody with no kids?
Does anybody see the other mom's side? As far as not discipline, and like discipline doesn't have to be a negative. It doesn't have to be. Don't you ever do that again.
I mean, yeah. Well, I think what she did, the younger one did, is like,
right. Glasses are for drinking; they're not for throwing.
What you do for someone else's kid, you can say that. Especially if it was your glass. I would walk up to the kid and say, "Hey, $1.50, please.
Yeah,
I gotta go buy a new glass. That's coming out of your piggy bank there." Anyways, Abby says you can nicely parent as long as that type of parenting works for that kid, but you still have to parent. Yeah, you can't see. She was like parent with kindness, but it sounds like she's not parenting at all.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't know.
And what else are the kids allowed to get away with? Huh?
True. If they're whipping glasses at other people's houses, what are they doing at home?
Shall we go to today's random question? By the way, your comments in the chat are always welcome, and if we miss it, we get to it in the post show. Today's random question, what weird smell do you love? I have some examples.
Very smell-oriented show.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What weird smell do you love? Some suggestions would be gasoline.
Yep.
I just filled up yesterday, which, by the way, was only $3.99. Yes, under $4.
Nice.
When would I ever salute $3.99 gas? But anyway, but I was filling up like,
Yeah. Something you probably shouldn't be a fan of, but
true.
it is nice.
Yeah. How about Sharpie markers?
No.
No?
No, I disagree with that one.
Do you?
Very gross.
Old books?
Yeah.
Some people like that.
That's a good one. Or a new book. New books.
Yeah,
have a
new
nice
book smell.
Mm-hmm.
New car smell.
Oh,
But that's not weird, though.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So the question is, what weird smell do you love?
What
I
weird
like
smell.
this. I like the smell of cut grass, but that's not weird.
I guess it's moderately weird.
Yeah.
But I agree with that one. Fresh cut grass. As long as I'm not the one cutting it. You know what I'm saying?
Who loves the smell of egg salad?
Oh, my God. Nobody. No, I don't understand how people ingest that. I like eggs for breakfast.
I
like
love
scrambled.
I love egg salad.
On a breakfast sandwich, a little over easy, a little sunny side up. I really don't know the difference between eggs. I'm just saying names at this point.
How about
But egg salad? Nah,
how about a hard-boiled egg, chopped up, put on a salad?
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably dabble in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
into
not the
dabbling
type,
now.
I'm not the type of person that like pops hard-boiled eggs just like straight up.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
We used to do that. Like I remember like Trish would make some or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
And as kids, I think it's more fascinating. But then you bite into the yolk and you're like, oh, that's unpleasant. It's just like chalky, like disintegrates in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, that's unpleasant. Have you seen that places sell bags of hard-boiled eggs? That creeps me out.
They sell bags. They're already made.
Already made, already shucked.
Oh.
I don't know if you shuck eggs, but
You peel it.
I'm going to go with shuck.
Shuck. Okay.
But yeah, it's a bag filled with shucked hard-boiled eggs.
Okay.
But it's gross. Like people literally just eat them like crackers or something. Just
And
popping hard-boiled eggs.
And when someone brings one from home to eat at work, the whole office smells.
Yeah, you got to know that you just can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like I love tuna. I would never bring tuna to work or something.
When we had fish while you were away, we had, of course, leftovers. So we had enough for Trish to take a meal to work. And I had one too.
Did she?
I said to her, are you really, you're not going to be that guy, are you, that has fish in the microwave? She says, yeah, but we always yell out a warning. Hey, making fish today.
I would also trust Trish to like, she probably has like Febreze in her back pocket, like ready to go. Like she makes fish and then she's like, shh. She's just that much of a clean freak. All right, we got some
Weird
smells here. Real quick, last one I have, cigars. I love the smell of cigars. And occasionally, I know this is kind of gross, but like cigarettes sometimes and I think it's because it reminds me of concerts.
Could be.
When you go to concerts,
Yes.
there's like, you smell a lot of like cigarettes.
And other things.
And other things, maybe a little less pleasant. But yeah, no, sometimes cigarettes can be a little satisfying. Other times they're disgusting.
Okay.
So have you ever has someone like that smokes a lot of cigarettes ever like came up to you and talked and you're like, it's like stale cigarette smell?
Yes.
That's gross.
I smoked.
gross.
I smoked, by the way, until Sarah was 2. So it's been a while since I've had a cigarette. But I'm a bad boy. But I'm like you, though. If I smell it,
Yeah, it's like a little bit pleasant.
Hello?
But the stale smell.
Oh, stale
disgusting.
sucks. Yep.
Disgusting.
Yep.
I'm surprised Trish even chose to marry you because you probably had the stale smell. Because I feel like it just happens. You probably had the stale smell around.
That's love, huh?
Is it?
That's love.
Is it? Maybe.
I think it's morphed into pity now, but that's love.
There you go.
Yeah.
Danny says lighter fluid for a charcoal grill. Just charcoal is so great. Yeah, like smelling a charcoal grill. That's I was gonna say turn on, but you don't turn it on. You light it up.
Light it, yeah. But he's right though. When you use the lighter fluid to get it really going.
Yep. Fresh paint, yes. Until you're around the paint too long, you start to get a headache. But
okay.
But that happened with Doug's room, painting Doug's
Oh,
room.
in one room, yeah.
At one point, he was like, all right, we need to take a break. Got a pretty bad headache because it was pouring that day. So we had to keep the window closed. It started raining in, so we had to keep the window closed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abby says gas and car grease. Nostalgic from high school, she says. Car grease. I don't know. I can't think of the smell right now. Car grease. I don't know.
I can't either, but
Danny says cookies bacon. Yeah, that's not strange, though.
not a weird smell.
That's just a fantastic smell, unless it's oatmeal raisin. Gail says horse manure, mimeograph ink. I don't know mimeograph ink, but just like I'm trying to think of situations where just like industrial print, like big printers.
Yep.
When you print something from, it has a smell, and the paper's really warm.
She's right about the mimeograph because
Did it have a distinct smell?
before there were before everybody had copiers, in school you get the mimeograph machine, and it did have a unique smell.
Interesting. Horse manure, though, I don't know if I can agree with that.
Well,
Sometimes it smells really bad.
agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
But other times it can.
Yeah, something about the smell of a farm, huh?
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Dana says, Gail, my dad loves the smell of cow poop. Farm boy that he is. Let's see. Abby says Audrey loves hard-boiled eggs, hates the yolks. Yeah, the yolks are just. It's a texture thing. It's a texture thing.
Chalky is a good word for it, I think.
It's chalky, but it's not at the same time. It's like I don't know. It's like if Play-Doh was chalky or something like that. Although Play-Doh tastes better, to be honest. I think we can all agree. We've all eaten some Play-Doh in our lives. Diane says, I like the smell of bus fumes in New Bedford during the winter because it reminds me of my childhood with the smell of the peanut store in the background. Yeah, big trucks sometimes smell really good.
Yeah.
Again, sometimes smell really bad.
But I think a key is what she said. It reminds her of her childhood. So anytime we find a smell that reminds us of a happy time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. We got more. Where are we at? Dana says, certain foods you don't bring to work. Amen. Amen to that.
So were you there the day Trish had fish? Evidently.
Abby says they have the most country thing up here, pickled hard-boiled eggs at the gas stations.
I've seen those.
That just sounds like voluntary food poisoning. Like, I think you're, like, signing up for food poisoning, right? Like, I feel like that's a thing that shouldn't be pickled.
Yeah.
Granted, I think nothing besides pickles should be pickled.
Good point.
But of all things, let's not do eggs. That's all I'm saying.
And then sell them at the gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll get to more in the post show.
Okay. Finally, a story about selfies, which I do you think we're taking as many selfies as, well, I guess we are, right?
Not the, like, I don't know when selfies started, like the 2012. Is that too early? I don't know. I struggle with time. Yeah. But not like the typical, like, hand up, taking a selfie kind of thing. Right. Not that. I think we've kind of grown away from that.
But if you're feeling down about your looks, maybe you should take a break from selfies. There's a new study from the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, and they found that selfies do not portray our true looks. I didn't realize this. They distort sizes and perceptions of our facial features, and most of the time it's in negative light. The nose, especially, is the victim of our negative thoughts, and it makes sense. No matter how well you pose or angle the phone, selfies make anyone's nose look bigger and longer than it really is. They say that researchers said there's a direct correlation with this fact and with the number of rhinoplasties they're seeing, nose reshaping surgeries. In the recent year, there were over 350,000 nose surgeries in 2020 alone.
Interesting.
What is it? You're quarantined, so go fix your nose? So if
you have more time to look at it, I guess.
Yeah. If you're contemplating getting work done because you don't like how the camera looks, take a break from selfies and reevaluate how you feel after you see photos of yourself from other people's perspectives. We're always our own harshest critics.
We also, like, don't have the ability to see how we actually look. Have you heard that?
I have heard that.
We don't have the ability to see how we look, and we don't have the ability to hear how we sound.
Right, because there's something in your ear that when you're talking, it affects your ear, so you don't really hear your voice.
Well, like, selfies are a mirrored picture, and also when you look in a mirror, it's a mirrored picture. So you ever see a picture of you the right way, like the way everyone else sees you?
So what do you mean? Someone else taking my picture?
Yeah, so the way you look in a mirror, you're actually the opposite. Like the
Right, left
symmetry
and right.
was. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because it's a reflection of you.
Right.
But people are seeing you in a different way. So,
And-
you can take pictures like that. And have you ever looked at it? And it's really weird. Especially if, this happened to me a lot when my hair swooped one way.
Right.
So I would look at pictures and I was like, what the hell? My hair's going the other way.
Oh, because you always saw it in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you always think you look really stupid because you got used to seeing yourself in the mirror and then you see it the other way.
Is that why when you see a picture that someone took of you, you're always like,
It looks weird. Or like a candid. Have you ever seen somebody that you're in the background of a picture? You're like, do I really stand like that? Is that me?
you know what happened was this past Sunday, we walked into church this past Sunday, and the choir has started up again. Mom and I have not gone back to choir yet. And we walked in, and my friend Tom, he was the only bass in the choir Sunday. He looked at me and he said, I could use you because I have no throat today. So I went to the director and I said, do you mind if I sight read? So, because I didn't want to just barge in, right? So he said, no, that's good. We're doing the number, you can do it. So they're also videotaping all of the church services and they put them on YouTube,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
right? So I'm scrolling through yesterday and all of a sudden I see the thumbnail or whatever that was selected when they posted YouTube on Facebook is me walking up to the choir.
Oh, that's weird.
So they caught it from the back of my head, And I looked at it, and like you said, I'm like, is that what I look like when I got to stand up straighter?
Yeah, that's what I always see.
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, I'm really hunched over. Good
Yeah.
posture. Let me move my mic up here, just as motivation. All right, I think that's going to do it for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you said, though. I looked at it, I'm like, is that what I look like?
I'm going to get a standing desk.
Are you?
Yeah, so it's going to be my crotch that's on camera. Just for good posture.
I like those desks where you can move it up or down.
That's a standing desk.
Yeah, but
Thanks, Pete.
But you can also sit. You can choose that option.
It's still called a standing desk.
Why when you're sitting?
Because you can move it to both. The option, a typical desk is a sitting desk. It's just a desk, but it can also stand. So you call it a standing desk.
Okay.
No one's going to buy a desk that's just up here that doesn't have the option to go down. No one's going to do that. Anyway,
back to you. That'll pretty much do it for today.
long show today,
Yeah. We're yakking too much.
I guess.
Witty banter. Stay tuned. We will get to the post show. That's where we can catch up on chats that we might have missed. We'll go back to your cookie favorites and all that. If you do have to leave now, we leave you with a thought for the day. And our thought today is what you think of yourself is much more important than what other people think of you. All right. We'll be right back with the post show.
We're back.
Should have come back with both of us standing up.
This is just me permanently.
That looks
Painful.
I know, it's so uncomfortable.
This is good posture, people. This is what it takes.
Should I? Okay.
Dedication. Well, I've noticed I always start the show like here, and as the show goes on, I'm like adjusting because my posture keeps changing. So I'm just going to keep my mic in a fixated position. Problem is I can't read the chat like this.
Then don't do that.
No, Pete, I'm a new person.
We need you to read the chat.
All right, let's see here. Abby says, no thank you to that desk.
No,
No
to
to
stand
a
up?
standing desk.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. See, my thing is, I don't know if anyone relates to this. My thing is the cable management. you got to be really good in order to make the cables work at both lengths. Because for me, all my cables work here,
Right.
and they're all tied off, but they wouldn't move up. So
True.
you got to be good at that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of thinking. I don't know.
You look like you're straining to reach that.
Pete, this is what it looks like to be part of the upper class.
That's the new you.
Do you get it?
The upper class.
Ha! All right, here we go. All right, I really can't read like that. All right, let's see. We'll start with the smells. People were talking about smells here.
Okay.
Pickled hard-boiled eggs, disgusting. Dana says the smell of fish in our garage is better than it smells. I don't know how true that is. That still smells gross. That still feels like it would smell gross.
Yep.
Justin said hotel lobby, as in the smell of a hotel lobby. Because I think I could agree. Like anytime you stay away somewhere, there's a distinct smell.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I think is cool. Let's see here. Abby says cigars for her too. Uncle Jeff.
Yes.
Abby's dad, Uncle Jeff.
Yep.
Big cigar smoker. I think that's where it came from. I just remember playing catch with him outside. He was always smoking a cigar.
Always had a cigar.
Yeah. A stogie, right? Smoking a stogie. Is that what it's called? That's what a stogie is. No?
Right. I always think of National Lampoon's.
I just like saying a stogie.
Christmas. Doesn't he go, clock? Get me my stogie.
Get me my stogie. As the dude's like, and then he's on fire. Spoiler. I'm sorry. Danny says we can get pickled eggs down here, Abby. Yum. Please do not say yum. Please do not say yum. What does it taste? Does it taste? Is it a hard-boiled egg with a pickle taste? Because that's why combine those things.
Yeah. I'm not even a pickle fan. So
I like the occasional pickle.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone's going to make a sound bite of that. I'm going to regret saying that. But I'm the occasional fan of a pickle.
I only used to like sweet pickles. You know?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I know. There's pickles with different tastes.
There's dill.
I don't really know. I'm not a pickle connoisseur, just the occasional pickle. Anyways, Abby says, Dana, no, not yum. Diane says, yes, manure is an earthy, yummy garden smell.
Okay.
Sometimes. Other times, manure has a very bad smell.
If the barn needs cleaning, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm not saying I'm on the farm. I'm just saying, sometimes you go to areas where you smell it and it's gross.
Right.
Is it on the way to Virginia that sometimes you smell like... Isn't there a chicken... There's different kind of manures. Isn't there a chicken manure?
We go by a couple of chicken plants.
But is that chicken manure? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not educated.
Okay.
Gail says, I like the thought of shucked eggs. It's just the right verb to go with it. You shuck eggs.
You shuck egg, you don't peel them. You shuck them.
Shuck corn and you shuck eggs.
Okay.
No? Just sounds better. Just sounds right, All right, let's see here. Back to the cookies. The cookies. A lot of cookie fans here. Oatmeal raisin for no reason at all. Danny says, polished chocolate chip peanut butter cookies. Boom. So they're chocolate chip peanut butter? All right.
Oh.
We need to have those at some point.
Yes.
Let's see. Diane says Archway windmill spiced with almonds, crunchy. Don't know the real name because I don't buy them often because I will eat them all in 2 days. I don't know. You might be ruining it with the almonds though.
Not an almond fan?
No. I'm not. We've gone over this before. I'm not a fan of when nuts are placed into things.
Right.
I'll eat peanuts, salted peanuts or honey roasted peanuts. Big fan.
That's good.
But I'm not a fan of peanuts and candy, peanuts and cookies.
Okay.
Not a fan.
All right.
Peanuts that you put on that pasta dish.
Yep.
Not a fan.
You're not a fan of those peanuts?
I don't put the peanuts on, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's good that we keep them off to the side.
True.
Yeah.
It's optional.
By the way, I have been watching a show on the History Channel, which surprises my kids, of course, that I watch the History Channel all the time. But there was a show called Foods That Made America.
Okay. It was just a Big Mac.
It's on Sunday nights. And, okay. This week's episode was about Mrs. Fields cookies and Famous Amos cookies.
Oh.
How they came to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Quite the story. And Mrs. Fields, this was in the early 70s. She could not get a business loan unless her husband signed it.
Oh, that's messed up.
It took until, what did they say? Was it the 80s or 90s before women could apply for their own loan?
That's so dumb.
I know.
Our history is so dumb.
But anyway, she's the one. She has this recipe for soft chocolate chip cookies.
That's what it's got to be.
Yeah.
Don't give me no crunchy cookie out here.
And her company, because they always figured it out in today's dollars. So I think we're in the she's worth billions.
Because now that it's like packaged up, right? Mrs. Fields is a brand.
It's worldwide.
Up. Yeah,
it's worldwide.
Which I wonder if it remains similar to what she was making. Probably not. They've probably lost some quality.
I don't know, because she was a real stickler for that. She wouldn't franchise her business out.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband, who was a money guy and a tech guy, and this was when computers were first coming on the market, her husband figured out a way to connect all the stores via computer.
Wow.
So she could be at the home office, and she could monitor real time.
She just comes on an intercom. Becky, you're putting too much butter.
Yeah, right.
Steve, chill with the sugar, my dude.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
The famous Amos cookies, he had a gold mine going out in Hollywood, but he wasn't really a money guy.
I don't know if I've had a famous Amos cookie.
So he actually ended up selling the company to Keebler.
Oh.
And then a money guy was like, oh, we can save money if we do this. So Amos was the he was making $200,000 a year as the spokesman for.
I feel like that's still way too cheap for my dude Amos. And
then he walked out one day because they cut corners, and the cookie, she said, "This is not my cookie. I'm done."
So can you still get famous Amos cookies?
Yes, you can.
But they're probably not as good.
He later went to a meeting where they said, "Please come back and be the spokesman." And he said, "I ain't coming back unless you make the cookie the way it should be made." And whoever was running Keebler at that time said, "Okay."
I think we might need a Foodie Friday with some cookies.
All right, we could do that.
Might have to happen. Real quick, Emily says samosas, a.k.a. caramel delights. I'm just going to ignore that. You can't be serious. You can't be serious.
I like caramel delights.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't actually mean to be mean, but I just think they're disgusting.
It just happens,
I think it's a texture. Well, also, I think coconut's gross. Do you taste the coconut?
That's the only way I eat coconut is on the caramel.
Do you taste the coconut?
Slightly.
Okay, then I can't do it.
Coconut,
but I don't know how people like it. It like gives me a headache.
But I think the mixture with the caramel and the chocolate.
Maybe I'll try it again. If someone gets me some caramel delights, I'll try it again. But
all right.
I just remember hating it every single time I tried. Justin says, try the oatmeal chocolate chip from Shaw's, Matt. See, the problem is if I walk into Shaw's and I'm getting cookies, it's going to be chocolate chip.
Yep.
I don't think I can walk out with anything other than chocolate chip.
Probably.
Maybe I'll get both. Maybe we just need to have a massive taste test for cookies.
Have one big platter?
Yeah. Just feast. We don't eat any meals that day.
Ooh. All right.
Diane says, my great-grandmother's hermits. Well, now I have to get out my recipe tin and make some cookies. What is a hermit?
I've heard that before. Let me
just by the name, all I think of is the crab, so it kind of turns me off in the cookie realm, but
I've heard that before. Hermit. First thing that comes up, hermit crab, hermit cookies. We'll go with cookies.
Gail says some people may not like 5 varieties of cookies. Yeah. Well, that's just Pete and his poor wording on the question. Pull it. I'm going to pull it up. While you
pull up what? The Facebook thing?
Yeah, I'm going to pull the Facebook post.
Okay.
Just to prove my point.
Let's see. Old-fashioned hermit cookies recipe. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out what's in. Let's see.
I just need like a brief summary of what's in it. All right, coming up tomorrow, it's the return of the Tuesday Top 5, period. What are your five favorite cookies? All right. I guess you're kind of okay.
I said it,
but then
right?
you put homemade or store-bought, doesn't matter. So I guess you did say 5. I guess I'll give you that.
Okay.
The homemade or store-bought threw me off because I didn't know if you wanted people to just take sides. What's better, homemade or store-bought, which obviously homemade.
Well, yeah, but I didn't want people to think that I was only talking homemade and not Oreos.
You did say 5, though.
Okay.
So I guess maybe Gail's right, though. Maybe they don't like five varieties.
All right, so what are hermit... Similar to taste to a gingerbread cookie, hermit cookies are soft and chewy and made with ginger, molasses, and raisins.
Bummer.
Sorry.
Bummer. Got to ruin a good thing right there.
Yeah.
Abby says Samoas, tagalongs, peanut butter with the Hershey Kiss, Thin Mints, and frosted sugar cookies. Yeah, if you're gonna have sugar cookies, they got to be frosted, in my opinion. I don't really see the appeal to just plain old sugar cookies.
I would agree.
And most of the time, they're crunchy. And I
would agree.
I can't do crunchy cookies.
You can't do crunchy?
That's like Chips Ahoy.
Well,
Do you like Chips Ahoy? Like the classic Chips Ahoy cookie? I don't. It's too flaky.
Yeah.
It's crunchy and it's flaky.
I will eat them, but I don't. I would rather have Moms that are softer. Yeah.
I don't know. Dana says, "Don't be sorry, Matt. I know you don't like raisins." And then Abby said, "You should be so sorry, Matt." I mean, look at a raisin and tell me how that's. Well, like, when was the first time you ate a raisin and why? You must have accidentally done it, and you're like, "Okay, this is tolerable." That's the only way you can like. No one looks at a raisin and they're like, "I would like to ingest that, please." I would like to ingest that thing that looks like a dead bug.
I don't know. I seem to the only thing that comes to mind is Mom bought them as a snack.
I bet it was trail mix.
What was it? Sun Giant?
I bet it was trail mix, and you thought it was chocolate, and you ate it, and you were like, "Well, that's not chocolate. It's not good, but I guess I guess I haven't died yet.
I can't remember.
I'll keep eating them just
my
to,
first experience
just to
with
piss
raisins.
off my future son." That's what you were thinking.
Do you have any more to get to? Or
Diane says, "My husband is allergic to most scents. When needed, I can only use spicy smells or citrus." What is a spicy smell? You just got like a hot sauce scented candle or something?
Or maybe something left over after you cook?
Maybe.
Smell left over?
Abby says, "So Audrey is already planning her trip this summer to see Charlie."
Oh.
Priorities.
Okay.
So we will have to figure out some dates that work. Matt, you should have to be there because Logan said he's coming down to see you. That's high expectations. You'll have to talk to our scheduling coordinator, Trish. She's the one that runs the calendar here. So
she runs the calendar. She runs the budget department. I think she's in charge of HR. You're not sure.
It changes. Sometimes I got to put out fires, you know?
Oh, okay.
So I'm like a part-time HR rep.
I just sit here.
I gave Trish a bunch of crap because I walked down the stairs on April 1st and the calendar still said March. I was like, "Trish, it's been April 1st for 10 hours now, and this calendar says March."
So you're that guy, huh?
Only because it's Trish and she's like a calendar stickler. If it weren't for that calendar, Trish would not show up anywhere. She would just be sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Like just staring at a wall. The calendar tells her what to do.
If it's not on the calendar,
it doesn't exist.
It's not happening.
No, yeah. It doesn't exist. Anyways.
All right.
I definitely missed more chats. I'm sorry, but we're running very late today. So if it's anything urgent, send it to the email so that Pete can delete it and not read it.
No,
and accuse me of not deleting anything, even though he deletes everything.
I cleaned out the email yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
Great.
I did.
We probably had some brand deals in there. We probably had some interview requests. It was probably Jimmy Fallon. He wanted us to be on the Tonight Show.
We could have switched.
In the trash.
Yeah.
Because of you.
Right.
Anyway,
thank you so much for checking us out today and for staying with us this long. We always end up with our favorite phrase, no matter what. We hope you go out and make it a great day today.
Peace.